Welcome to Cafe Chronicles. Tonight we have Booker.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah,
So,
just plain old Booker.
plain old Booker. All right, welcome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So, last week you were part of the tribute to Stevie Wonder.
Yes,
Yeah.
with my band 313, the live experience.
Yeah.
We came and it was a beautiful thing. I was here doing Anita Baker playing for Kiko,
Uh-huh.
and I seen Sky, and I said, Sky, you ought to give me a date and let my band come and do something. She
Yeah.
said, well, what about a Stevie? And I said, we can do Stevie. So
Yeah.
she was like, all right, I'm going to call you with a date. And she did. And the rest was just amazing because we put it together and we had a few flaws at the end. Like our lead vocalist had a wipeout on the motorcycle, and praise God that he's
Who was
still
that?
okay. Terry Thomas.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And he wiped out on his motorcycle, leaving a gig one night. And, he had to get his jaw wired and
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
oh yeah. His bike was man, look, the bike was beautiful, but when he sent me the pictures of the bike, it's amazing that he's even here. Because the bike was mangled. You couldn't even tell that bike was the bike it was before it went through that transition.
Yeah.
But, he couldn't do the show. And
Because you had multiple vocalists.
well, yeah, but I had already had Angela Davis,
Mhm.
but I needed a male vocalist, and then I called a couple people and they was like, yeah, I can do it. And then at the last minute, they was like, no, I can't do it. And it was like 2 days before the show. So I called up another good friend of mine, Mr. Condito. Condito came through and did an amazing job, with 2 days preparation. So
He's fantastic.
yeah.
I ran into him that night.
Yeah. Condito Live, y'all look him
Right.
up.
Oh, yeah.
That's his thing right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been knowing Condito a long time. I'm not new to this. I'm actually like over our band, the 313 band. I guess I'll be like the big papa because I'm like about 20 years older than everybody in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been running about 20 years though.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
are you the MD for the band?
No, actually, Alice Cooper, which is the music director and the leader of the band who came up with the idea. But it's so crazy because he was playing with me, with my band called Brothers Being Brothers. And he came to me one day. He said, hey, man, I got this vision I want to do. 313, the live experience. And I said, okay, what you want me to do? He said, I need you to help me do it. So I said, okay. So I put my thing on hold to help him build his thing. And it started with 3 people. And it's been as far as 11 people basically in the band at one time. And now we even stepped it up a little further because Deshaun Jones, which is our saxophone player, is also the founder of the Urban Art Orchestra.
Sure.
So we show up sometimes with the orchestra or we're playing with him with his orchestra. So it's just, it's all in the family, man, and we keep it all in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great thing. But Condito came through and did his thing, man. So, and I gave him big kudos because he did it in 2 days, so. Yeah, so that was a good thing.
That's great. That's great. How did you get started playing guitar?
Oh my God, man! Listen, now we're going way back.
Yeah.
Right? So I actually started out going to. My mother took us to Pie and Knob to see Al Green, and that guitar came in on Love and Happiness. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
And I remember my allergies was really messing with me, and I sat up and I said, "What was that?" And they said, "That's a guitar." I said, "I like that. That sound good." So my mother got me a guitar that Christmas, and I started on it, and I was into it. And my next door neighbor happened to be a guitarist, older man, Mr. Leroy, and so he took me on as his student. And I remember one day going to rehearsal, my practice. I didn't have my lesson down, and he see everything I'm doing because he lived right next door.
Yeah.
So he jumped on me like, boy, that ball ain't gonna get you nothing. You're out there trying to bounce that ball and this and that. you need to get on that guitar. And it kind of broke my spirit, you know, and I cried. I was like,
Uh,
I don't want to play this no more. So I actually quit. I quit playing the guitar, you know. And then a good friend of mine, he passed on now, John Woodard Jr., and he kept going with playing. The next thing
yeah,
you know, he was cutting records and everything. He was like, see, if you had kept playing, bro,
yeah.
you could have been on this, you know. But that just shook me. And I went home. I said, Mom, where my guitar at? Now I'm about 17 now, you know, I'm a little older. She said, what guitar? She had forgot about the guitar too.
Yeah.
But I got that guitar out and got to playing on it. And my mama walked by and said, is that you playing that? And I was like, yeah. She was like, sound like you need a new guitar. And that was the last guitar she ever had to buy me, because from
Yeah.
that point on, I was getting them on my own with my craft, you know. So,
Yeah. You remember what kind of guitar it was?
yeah, it was a Tisco. My
Oh,
first guitar
really?
was a
Yeah.
Tisco. But the guitar that she bought me, the last guitar she bought me it was called a Hondo.
A Hondo. I've heard.
Yeah,
Oh, sure,
it was
sure. Yeah,
a
yeah.
copy of a Gibson,
Yeah.
you know, but it was a Hondo. About like a black with the white trim around it. You know, oh,
Yeah.
man, it was sweet. At least I thought it was a
Yeah.
bad guitar, you know.
Yeah.
But from that guitar, man, that guitar like took me to places I never even thought I would go from
Yeah.
playing a guitar, you know. So I'm just blessed, man, and
Yeah.
just, you know, because I had downfalls too, just like everybody do in life, you know. But the thing was that I was able to bounce back, you know,
Mhm.
because my upbringing was definitely a godly upbringing. My
Yeah.
mother is a praying mother, and I still have my mother. She's 90 years old. She just turned 90
Wow.
and in great shape. I just left her house before I was coming here.
Oh yeah.
She was in there cooking a roast and some cabbage. So I'm gonna go back after
Right.
this
Yeah.
is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that.
But
yeah,
yeah,
but I
man.
mean, you go through those downfalls. You know
Yeah.
what? The best thing for that is music.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well, actually,
especially playing music. If you're a
yeah.
musician,
Actually, after I went through the transition I had to go through, I didn't even own an instrument. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But we had a acoustic piano in our basement, and I just jumped on that piano, man, and just started and then the writing part of me was developed as far as my creation and writing songs. And the first project that I really wrote and seriously wrote was a gospel project, because at that particular time in my life, I was so grateful to like just have another chance at it, you know. And so I just expressed that through my music, and I did a gospel project, which I still got it. Never released it, but I
Yeah.
still got it right now to this day, you know. But
what's
got-
stopping you from
Well,
releasing it?
only me, only
Yeah.
me, only me. I can't
Yeah.
put it on nobody else now. Not now.
Yeah.
It's only me, because with the way that the music industry is now, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we losing the AI right now.
I know. Yeah, but
It's crazy,
yeah.
but that's where we at. But you know,
but it's easier than ever to put your own
well,
stuff out.
it is. So there's no excuse. I just gotta
Yeah.
maybe redo some things, because it is dated, because it's back. But the message is still there.
Yeah.
And the power in the words is still there, which won't change, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, that's on my agenda.
So, do you write your own stuff? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
frequently?
And with the band, yeah.
Yeah.
With 313, we're working on some stuff. We got a few things, because we've been playing, like I said, this band 313, we've been together approximately about 20 years.
Oh wow.
Starting with Alice Cooper, which is the founder of the group, myself, and we started with a drummer, Jarrell James. It was just the
I know
three of
Jarrell,
us.
sure.
Yeah, it was just the three of us.
Yeah.
And then we just built it from that to where it is today, you know. So,
Yeah.
and I always be on them like, come on, man, we need to do our own stuff. We play everybody else's music.
Yeah.
We freak their music out, and
Mhm.
to the point to where other people want to play it the way that we're playing it, you know.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, so I find that like
Yeah.
at first I was like, oh man, they playing our arrangement, but then it's not even our song, but we did arrange
Yeah.
the arrangements that we were doing on other people's material, and then to walk in a club and hear another band playing our arrangements of it, it's like almost made you feel like you wrote the song, you know. But
You guys got any records out?
well, no,
No?
not at the time. But
Okay.
we have a single that we're about to release that's called "The Last Time."
Okay.
Yeah, so that's gonna be something new. We're gonna come out in 2027 with that.
All
that's
right.
the start.
Yeah,
Fresh.
send it to me.
Yeah, I got it.
Let me
You
know
got
about
it,
it.
man.
Sure.
You got it.
I'll push it.
But then, like I said, after that, after I got back on my trail of music, I ended up the guitar player for the Dramatics. Yeah,
Oh, no
yeah.
kidding.
And I was there with them for like about 12 years with L.J. Reynolds, Ryan Banks, Willie Ford, Lenny Mays, and at that time it was Steve Boyd. And Steve Boyd was actually a product of the Five Special, which
So
was
you've played here then
yeah,
on the music hall
oh yeah, I
stage.
have
Oh yeah,
been
yeah,
here
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah
Because we
here
we have them like
the
yeah,
Fox,
yeah,
Shane
yeah, yeah.
Park, all the venues here with them. And that was spanning from like 1988 till, 1988, right, till 1998. I actually stayed with them 10 years,
Yeah.
man, and it was just a great learning experience because of the darkness that I was coming out of and was able to like be able to have another chance to be a musician. It
Mhm.
was like, wow, it was great. It was like, wow. And then, I got to meet so many people. I'm talking, the old school groups, the Stylistics, the Manhattans, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes and uh, Jonathan Butler, all these kind of people, man.
Yeah.
It was just a pleasure, man, to like be out there. And then, and I was thinking like, wow, I was never gonna do music again. I was
Yeah.
done with music. I didn't even have a
How did
guitar.
how did that happen? How did that fall in your
Well,
lap?
man, it was just like life in the city, man. And I just got myself caught up in a drug situation where at first I started selling drugs, and then next thing you know, I started using drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm being smart because, I can sell and use. But it was a losing situation either way it went.
Mhm.
Then it just got to the point, man, where I was just so fed up with it, man, that, you know, I had to go back to what I knew, and that was God, man. And I just was at my mom's crib one night, man, and just went in her bathroom, man. And I think I talked to God like I never had talked to him before. And I just was like, if this is what my life is gonna be, then I want it to end tonight, you know. And it was like, man, if I can lift you up and throw you across that room, I felt that spirit was just released out of my body. And
Mm.
when I opened up that bathroom door at my mama's house and walked out, I was drug free, bro. Never looked back, never was second guessed it, and moved forward,
That's great.
you know. And like now I'm a married
Yeah.
man, I'm a married man. I got a beautiful home. I got a beautiful wife. We got access,
Yeah.
and it's just great, man. And I'm an emotional kind of person,
Sure.
because I understand a lot of things that a lot of the young cats coming up, they don't understand it yet. They think it's just about the playing, but it's more about being a man
Yeah.
and let the playing be a part of that. But
Well,
if
the playing's part of you.
yeah,
And
it
I
is
mean,
to
it's
an
like
extent.
it's a feeling
Yeah, it
coming
should
from
be.
well, yes, it should be coming from you out through the instrument.
Right.
Because I mean, it's an instrument of your feeling.
Yeah, because it is my field that I'm
Yeah.
playing when I strike a guitar. And it's like people at the church I play at. I've been at my church, man, for 16 years, man,
All right.
playing for this church. And it's El Bethel Baptist Church, man.
All
And
right.
I love it there, man. It's just perfect. It's a beautiful church, no nonsense. So if you're looking for a good church, come on down to El Bethel.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've been there with Pastor Glass, man, 16 years, man. And we got a beautiful cast over there. Darrell Campbell
Uh,
is the music director. We call him Red, but that's Darrell Campbell. And then we got the Johnson brothers, Marquise and Eric over there. Eric on keys, Marquise on drums, and Brandon Taylor on bass. And the average person, Marquise just got there, but the average other person been there at least 8 years or longer.
uh-huh.
So that says a lot about.
So no turnover.
Oh man, no,
Yeah.
because it's a no nonsense spot. It's like this is the perfect thing for a musician
Mhm.
if you want to do a church gig. So you know, man, it's just, man, it's just such a blessing. Like I said, from me being in a situation where I felt like I would never do this again.
Yeah.
You know, and
That-
people would say like, "Man, you don't play no more." I was like, "Nah, man, I'm really done with it." You know,
yeah.
but it rubbed off because I have a younger sister too.
Yeah.
Her name is Mia Booker,
Okay.
and she's a gospel writer, artist, music director, and she wrote "For Your Glory" for Tasha Cobb. Now, Tasha Cobb was maybe the third person who tried to do that record.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Morton did it one time, and a guy named Rod Lumpkin, he tried to do it.
Now, do you have is your family very musical?
Well,
Like,
my mother was and my father. My father was a pianist, organist, back in the day,
yeah.
and my mother was a vocalist.
So it runs.
Yeah. So, and then like, I'm the first guy born in our family, man, in 3 generations. So
Oh.
I got all sisters, all girl cousins,
Yeah.
and at that time I had like all aunties. I had one uncle,
Yeah.
and then my other uncle would snap in and out, so I had 2 uncles then, But my family was very musical. My mother and her sisters and their mother, my
Yeah.
grandmother, yeah, they had records, man, on 78s,
Yeah.
So that was back in the day. But
I don't know. Do you know what a 78 is?
Nope.
Yeah, 78 is like, it's like an album, but it's smaller and thicker.
Yeah.
And it runs.
Yeah.
Like a
78.
Yeah, you got to
Revolution,
change. Yeah,
right?
you got to
Yeah.
change the
Yeah.
little thing on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, they
Justin's a young.
were. Yeah,
Hey, I know a little bit. I got a vinyl collection.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he knows
Yeah.
about vinyl, but
No, we talking about
78,
78s. I can throw a 78
Oh,
at
that's
you right
different?
now, boy. You'll be ducking because that boy will cut your neck off.
Thick, right?
Yeah, it's thick.
It's the little vinyls.
Yeah,
right?
but it's thick like this.
I don't
it's
remember
thick.
it being that little,
No, it ain't that little. It's
Right.
like, it's about like that.
but it spins. So.
Yeah, but it spins
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you used to have. Do you have a turntable that has the switch?
Yeah, you gotta have
a
switch.
switch on it?
33, 45, and 78.
78,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm a little tapped in. I might be young, but I'm a little tapped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so my baby sister, man, she kind of took the craft and she wrote an incredible song called "For Your Glory,"
Okay.
and Tasha Cobb took the song, and I mean the song just blew up for her, So it was a really good blessing for her, And so she's still doing it. I'd be like, hey, you got to come back with something else,
Yeah.
So, but she's like, yeah, she's so modest, man,
Yeah.
but she is a beautiful spirit, man, and anointed. Because there's a difference now in being anointed to do something and then just being talented.
Yeah.
It's a total difference. And she is definitely on the anointed side.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. So,
That's
great.
great.
But let's get back to 313 for a second.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
So now with this band, I have a collection of brothers that's in this band because like the family,
Is it still 11 people currently?
if we need it,
if you need it, I
if
mean,
we
at the
need it.
core, what is it?
Well,
That's how
at the
many-
core, it's like maybe 6 of us.
Okay.
At the core,
You want to name them off? You give them a shout out.
Yeah, well, we got Ollie Keys. That's the music director and the founder of 313 The Live Experience. His real name is Alice Cooper, but we call him Ollie Keys. And he's the keyboardist.
Not Alice Cooper.
No, not Alice. No, Alice.
All right.
So he's the music director and he's the leader of the band. Then on bass we have Rob Skinner. Rob's been around for a nice while. On drums we got Kenny Brooks playing drums right now. Is exceptional drummer and barber. He's a cold barber too.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see who else we got. Vincent Lawrence playing percussions with us. Myself on guitar, Anthony Booker, and then I have Shane on saxophone, Deshaun Jones on saxophone, DJ Fingers on the wheels of steel,
Okay.
which he was here with us at the Stevie Wonder thing, and Evan Garr, one of the baddest violinists
Okay.
in the city.
Nice.
Then we rounded off vocally with Miss Angela Davis and our newest vocalist, Mr. Terry Thomas. But like I said, he just had to wipe out on the bike, so he's down right now. Then I also got to give a shout out to our current lead vocalist, Mr. Levotis, LG Griffin.
LG, we had him here.
Yeah,
Got a picture of him over there.
Yeah.
He
LG was with us.
Gave the podcast a little gift.
When LG came,
how come we didn't have him for Stevie Wonder?
Well, he was doing his thing. He was doing his thing.
I've heard him sing Stevie.
Oh yeah, he could do it too. Oh, he's a bad boy, man.
Oh yeah.
LG started out with us, so him and Alice is actually cousins.
Oh, okay.
So Ali told me, he said, "Yeah, I got my cousin coming down, man. Why don't you check him out?" I said, "All right." So here this little young cat come with these big glasses on, and he didn't know no words to the songs, but he knew the hooks. He knew the chorus part.
Yeah.
So we was like, "Well, man, just sing the chorus, So we'll get to the chorus of the song, and he'll come in, and he's like, I'm saying, wow, this little dude can sing. So after it was over, his cuz was like, "So what you think about cuz, man?" I said, "Man, he can sing." I said, "He don't know no songs, though." He said, "Well, he can learn some songs."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, then, okay." And next thing you know, LG was in the wagon, But, it's just like anything, man. You develop yourself, and sometimes it's just time to move,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is really stationary or permanent and nothing, So it was just his time, man. But he put his time in to get to the time where he's at. Because since us, he's been with Kim. He's been with Charlie Wilson. He's been with After 7. He's been with, Sax, that's my man. But he's been with like KC, from Jodeci.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been out here doing his thing too, So I just be proud of him. Like I told you when we started, I say, I'm like 20-some years older than these cats, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes I feel like the proud papa because these cats been around me for that long.
But you know what? They're probably keeping you young.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like
that's
Alice,
why I keep Justin around.
Oh,
you know?
Because like Alice, I met Alice. He had to be every bit of like 17, 18 years old, And we were in at a church when I kind of like first met them, and a lot of them guys was like teenagers, but we wasn't in the band yet. I'm saying when I met them. Because I actually, after I got off the road, I didn't really know no Detroit musicians because, all of the latter part of the 80s, all through the 90s, I was on the road.
Mm.
So I wasn't playing like with a lot of the fellas in Detroit, And
did you grow up in Detroit?
Yeah, yeah. And one of my other good friends, Mr. Dave Brandon, he a drummer from the city. He took me to what they call a jam session, So I was like, yeah, let's go, man. So he was like, well, bring your guitar, So I was like, all right. So I got my guitar, and they called me up on stage. So they start calling out these songs, and I'm like, I don't know these songs, So the guy was like, yeah, just play whatever, like just.
No charts?
Yeah, no charts or nothing. We just going for it. So they said, well, let's do what you see is what you get. And I was like, oh, okay, now that I know, because I had been with the Dramatics all these years, So we played that, and I soloed and all that. So on the way home, I was in the car just quiet with him. And he said, hey, Book, what's wrong, man? And I said, man, it seemed like I couldn't even play, man. And then he said, well, Book, you've been doing the same thing for all these years, and you ain't tried to learn nothing new because you was making your money there, So I said, you right, man. He said, yeah, you just going to have to go woodshed. Because at this time, I had left the Dramatics, And so I took like about a good 2 years, man, for real. I didn't play with nobody. I didn't want to play with nobody. And I just like kind of like re-taught myself again, And then I came back out, and I met a young man named James Shelton.
Sure.
And James Shelton, man, was like my connection to everybody else,
Yeah.
But see, I grew up with Amp Fiddler and all them cats, Amp them could play, man. Back then, I couldn't even, I was a wannabe, But I had the opportunity to do a bunch of stuff with Amp, man, before his passing,
Yeah.
And at the house out there off of 7 Mile in Revere.
Yeah.
Oh, man, camping out over there, spending the night, waking up with music, going to sleep with music. It was just a beautiful thing, man. And like Kern Brantley,
Sure.
Eric Bryce, all these Detroit cats, man, we were actually in a program back then called Festival of the Performing Arts. And it was headed by Kim Weston.
Sure.
But she had all the greats like Teddy Harris Jr. He was the music teacher. Bean Bowles. They was over the music department. They had like Dr. Rudolph Hawkins over the choir. I mean, Clifford Fields over the dance ministry. I mean, whatever the thing was, it was like Fame.
Really?
It was just like
Yeah.
Fame. It was the same concept as Fame, but it was a summer youth program. So we got paid to go to this in the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, but we did great shows, man.
What was it called?
Festival of the Performing Arts.
Okay.
Yep. And that's where Al McKenzie and
Oh,
Durl
Al,
Peanut
sure,
Smith, all them came
Yeah.
out of this program, man,
Oh,
called
wow.
Festival of
I
the
don't know if I've ever
Performing
heard of
Arts.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was like some
That's
years
great.
back, man,
Yeah.
And a guy that I give a lot of respect to as far as my guitar playing, Eric Bryce, man. Eric Bryce
Yeah.
was also a member there. And it was a funny story with Eric because like me and Cortez was in the bathroom. We messing around and Cortez had a red what was that guitar he had, man? It wasn't an Ibanez. It'll come to me, but it was a hollow body, and he had this red guitar.
Like a 335.
Yeah,
Kind of looking
yeah,
thing?
yeah. It was a sweet guitar, man.
Yeah.
So we was in there playing that guitar. So my man came in the bathroom, and he like turned around and he was like, "That was pretty. Go back to that D major 7." And look, I just stopped playing, And then he said, "Uh-oh, don't tell me you don't know what you playing." And then I was like, "No, I can't tell you what the chord is, bro. I can play it, but I can't tell you what it
Yeah.
is." And he said, "I've been watching you and him." He said, "And I like y'all little fellas." He said, "This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take y'all on as a student." He said, "But if I show you something today," he said, "it might be a week from now. It could be 2 weeks from now." He said, "But if you can't play it back, the free lessons is over." So my man didn't even make it the first week. He was out. So the next thing you know, I'm playing in the band with this cat, I'm the rhythm
awesome.
guitar player,
Yeah.
know. And then he said, "Look, Book, now you got that part." He said, "But you got to learn how to solo,
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't solo for nothing. Because that wasn't me. I was,
Mm-hmm.
chords and rhythms, He said, "I'm going to show you this, and then you take this and put your own flavor on it, and you go from there."
I'm not a big fan of soloing
Yeah,
myself.
well, me neither. But but now I can.
Yeah.
I can now. But I really,
What kind of guitar are you playing now?
well, my main guitar that I play now is a Schecter Diamond Series.
Schecter.
You remember Schecter guitars back in the day was for beginners. It was like it was a beginner guitar way back in the day.
I thought Schecters were like heavy metal guitars, weren't they at one point?
Well, they had.
Didn't Schecter have the no headstock? Or am I thinking of something else?
No. I don't know because I wasn't like really hip to a Schecter until I went to the Guitar Center and I was in the market of a guitar and I seen it and the look caught me first, and I got it and I was like, wow, let me play this mug. And man, when I played it,
Yeah.
and all the sales guys was walking by saying like, wow, man, that sounds great. And I was like, yeah, it do. I was like, it do.
What kind of
It's
Schecter?
it's a Schecter Diamond Series.
Okay.
It's got like a 6-band toggle switch, 3 up here, 3 down here. So it's got the Apex bridge because it sounds like an acoustic too. You can kind of switch it over.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a cold guitar, man.
Wow.
And I had broke my original one. It took me 3 years to find it again, and I found it in Oregon. And I called them. I said, "Hey, man, is that the Schecter Diamond Series?" They was like, "Yeah." He said, "Man, it looks brand new, but it's used, And I said, "Well, send me that guitar, man." And then he was like, "All right." So they sent me the guitar, but it was the wrong guitar. So when I got the box, I was like, "This kind of light." It was a Schecter, but it was the wrong one. I called him. I said, "Man, this ain't the guitar, man." And then he said, "What?" I sent him a picture. He said, "Oh, no, let me go and see if it's still on the floor." he come back and tell me, "Oh man, it's gone."
Oh no.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" He said, "No, I got you." And then they sent me the guitar, and then they gave me a case because they didn't get the order right.
Yeah.
You know, so they sent me a nice case with it, a Rode case and
Mhm.
everything. So, man, I had that guitar back, man, and that's my guitar. That's my go-to. But I got like the Bixby, Gretsch. I got a solid body Gretsch, and then my acoustic, I play a Larrivee,
Gretsch. I've never
acoustic.
had a Gretsch.
Man, I love that Gretsch.
Although
man.
you know what I just bought? I bought a lap steel.
I'm not hip to it. See?
Yeah. Like it's
Now,
a
what is that
Gretsch.
like? It's a Gretsch.
It's a lap steel guitar. So you put it.
You
play
put it up.
with.
Oh yeah, you
with
play it with a
slide,
thing.
Like
Now I want to learn how to play that, man.
I'm learning myself right now.
Oh, okay.
It sounds cool though. I mean, because it's all slide.
Yeah, because like
you
my
play with
man that plays with Tornado Davis, he played that slide, but he played it on a regular guitar. He'd be having that boy like
You
whistling.
talking about Brett?
Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he cold with
Yeah,
it,
well,
man. Yeah, you say yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic.
I know.
I've known him for
Listen, man,
years.
some of these guys, man, I be saying I quit. Like
Yeah.
you know, I'll be like,
I know. It's like
I quit, man.
yeah. I went to school with him at Wayne for a minute,
Okay.
jazz studies, but
Yeah, see, I didn't go that route. See, I
Yeah.
took the other way.
I wasn't there for very long. I mean,
Yeah.
because I was a guitar player, and there was a million guitar players. You know,
Well,
I just felt like everyone was trying to be faster than the next person.
well,
and I was
depending
kinda
on what
like,
year it is, you
Yeah.
know, guitar players was like, I mean, you found
Yeah.
a guitar player like on every block,
Yeah.
at least 4 to 5. You
You
know,
blink
back
and
then.
there's 3 more.
Yeah, because it wasn't keyboard players was rare back when I was coming up.
Yeah.
You couldn't find a really good keyboard player back then. So most groups had 2 or 3 guitar players.
Yeah.
One playing chords, one playing the little licks, and the other was the lead player, you know. And that's what we had. We had like multi guitar players, a bass player, drummer, and a percussion player.
Huh.
And our band was terrible, you know. But we thought we was jamming,
Yeah.
man.
What kind of amp you playing on?
I use a Fender Deluxe.
Oh.
That's my choice.
That's what I
Fender
get. That's my amp right there.
Yeah. This is the same amp I have right there.
I've had that.
Yeah, but this is a
forever.
vintage. I got a newer model, you know,
Yeah.
but it's still.
I got a
is-
Blues Deluxe at home too.
Yeah, I got the Blues Junior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good. Those are cool amps.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, I went to the Guitar Center and played through that amp because you know I'm a Mercedes guy also too, so
Yeah.
I have convertible Mercedes. So I said, man, I got to find an amp that could fit in the trunk, so I can let the top down,
Yeah.
you know. And man, I went there and played through that little sucker, man, and I was like impressed.
That's a cool sounding amp.
Yeah, because I had bought like a couple amps before that. I had for Christmas. I had seen my man playing on the like Facebook out that Katana amp.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God, my man was killing. I was like, oh my God, listen to the tone of that amp. So I told my wife, I said, yeah, this is what I want, and she ordered it for me. So the amp comes. Man, it was so difficult to try to even operate the amp. I had to go on
Oh,
YouTube
really?
to see
Yeah.
how to even set it up. You know, I took it
It's
right.
a modeling amp, isn't it?
Man, listen, I took it straight back to
Yeah.
the Guitar Center.
I have a Fender Mustang,
Okay,
which is a modeling amp,
okay,
and at first it was kind of like, it's cool. It's because I also record at home. I got a little
Okay.
studio in my basement, and you can go right from the back of the amp right into your
into your interface.
yeah.
yeah.
So it was great because I could do that. And then I was getting like everything sounded thin. And then I kind of did a little research. It's not bad at all.
Right.
I mean, if you got to just know how to do it.
Yeah,
you
but see,
know.
that's what I'm saying. But I don't have time to like
Yeah,
go
I
on
know.
YouTube
I
to
mean-
learn how to work no amp.
I only use it when I'm like recording or
Now it probably would have been great for that because it had so much that it could do. It was like
doing.
too
Yeah.
much in an amplifier,
Yeah.
you know.
But if I'm not going to use it to make it sound like that.
No.
You know.
You gotta have this.
Yeah.
You gotta have this.
The best thing about it, it is super light.
Yeah,
It's like,
because this boy here got some
oh my
weight.
God. Yeah.
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 I like that. I used to like that jazz rolling chorus amp back in the day.
I had one of those for a second. I
That
also
was
had that
that
little
was a nice
Roland.
amp though,
You
man.
know the little Roland?
Yeah.
It's like it's got a XLR in and a, you know what I'm talking about? It's like a,
It's a small boy.
Yeah.
With a 10 in it.
mm,
Yeah, I
I
probably
got one of
seen it.
those at home. But I had one of the. I know what you're talking about, the JC 100.
See, like now getting older, man, I'm going light as possible. You know,
I know.
I ain't trying.
That's why I said
I got
that's
my
why I
little-
bring up the
Yeah.
the
Because like
the
if I
Mustang,
bring this
yeah.
amp out, it's got to be like because
wheels.
that Blues Junior sounds great, you know. And for the stuff that I do around the city, it's appropriate. Plus, you know, I do sound basically for our band. You know, I'm the sound guy also, so I got a pretty good system.
Yeah.
So you know, I just mic everything up. I run us through the ears, you know, because
Oh, you do in-ear monitors?
man, I'm not carrying no stage monitors no more. I just make sure.
I've never used in-ear monitors.
Yeah, I make sure the house is great.
Yeah.
And then it's so much better. It's convenient.
Yeah.
Because and then get a guy whoever's leading a talk back mic, and there it is. You know.
Yeah.
Because he could communicate to you what's getting ready to happen, so you ain't even got to be like guessing. Like, all right, just where we going to the part. Here we go, E flat. You know, and then bam. You know. So, but yeah, I put it in our ears now. You know. And then depending on who's singing with us, I use front monitors for the vocalists, you know.
Yeah.
But as a band, as the rhythm section, we'll communicate with each other. You know.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's real cool, man.
Yeah.
And it eliminates like 5 monitors.
It's expensive though, isn't it?
No.
No?
No. Because all it is a unit. Well, it depends on what unit you go with, you know. But like what I use for us is just it's a Behringer multi-channel headphone set, and you just plug it like you doing monitors. You just come out the auxiliary scenes.
Like a little amp?
Yep,
That's
just like that.
That's a Behringer knockoff.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's just like boom, and you send it. Yeah, but the one I got is like much longer. Yeah. And then I just send it like right from an auxiliary send. Like I take auxiliary send. Like if I'm gonna send it to the floor monitor, I'm just putting it in the ears now. That's all. And it's so smooth, man. You know. Yeah. So I got like 2 units, so I can do 4 mixes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like if I got a horn section, I put them on one mix, put the vocalists on one mix, put the band on a mix, you know, and then feed them what they want to hear. Most vocalists don't really want much but the keyboards, you know, just so they can hear that. So it works out great, man.
Well, hey, man, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah,
this was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it, man. You know, I got a lot of stuff, you know, inside me, man. I've been around a long time, you know.
So
But
stay tuned, everybody, for
we coming back with the Stevie Wonder show.
Thing.
Yeah. Scott said, we definitely got to do
so
an encore performance.
Encore,
So we just got to get the date, and then maybe I'll come back and we just announce that.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring a couple of the fellas.
All right, Booker.
All right, man.
All right, thank you
Peace
so much.
and love, man.
All right.